from there. Maybe you get
You
the
want to
Helm
know
of the
what that
Dominator
is?
build, but
Yeah. I was gonna say what that is Helm of the Dominator. You build Helm of the Dominator in losing lanes though. Because this is like a winning lane, or realistically should be a winning lane, I'm pretty sure you just like don't commit to it right away. And if you're having a great time, you just go and buy your cornucopia. Right? Like if you're having a really good game and you have like treads, wand, and whatnot, and you're free farming your lane, like screw the Helm of the Dominator, go get your cornucopia and just start farming with that. But if your lane is like kind of a wash and not going super great, you definitely can just go into Helm of the Dominator, and then you have the ability to protect your tower with the Helm Dom creep, and you have farm speed and like HP regen and armor to play around. So it's one of something I mentioned in our last series or earlier today was that like certain heroes became viable in the meta because of the Helm of the Dominator like getting figured out, and Anti-Mage was one of those heroes. The other one's like Faceless Void, but we see that one even less.
they go for an aggressive smoke. Realizing how bad this matchup is, so maybe trying to come down here and see what damage they can do to make it easier, but yeah, Anti-Mage just doesn't level a skill point, stands aggressively, and knows, as long as I blink out, I'm okay. What are they going to do?
And they even get the D ward in mid. So you're not gonna have to like commit too much resources in this bottom lane. Like Snapfire Bristleback can be a lot of physical damage with the like little shredder and the nasal goo, but you're not gonna get those level 1 typically, so those are gonna be like your level like 2 pickups potentially. And then killing Anti-Mage with that is very unlikely. So this is something like they'll have to like catch Disruptor like out of position or something. Wait, dude, he went the
Did it.
Carlock. Okay, no Exord Invoker. So this is gonna be Quas Wex Invoker. I think you start
Yeah.
level 1 Exord and then you go into Quas Wex, but we'll see. Maybe he still goes Quas Exort or something, but
Speaking of wacky late night Dota, it'd be really funny.
what?
I already think they'll struggle to deal with Anti-Mage cutting creep waves. If on this Invoker you build the Aghanim Shard and just
Yeah.
like invis cut creep waves, I don't know how you deal with 2 of these. You just don't have the jump.
Dude, maybe that's actually why he went this, is just so that late game he has that Aghanim Shard. And it's not even something that like he has to build for his team. Like just on his own, it's pretty good. Bottom lane, that is potentially First Blood. Sunstrike. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah, that is gonna help the Invoker out quite a bit. Well played there from the Disruptor.
I wonder if any level of it is also that it justifies more points in Quas, which deals with the harass from the Queen of Pain.
Yeah. Dude, I mean, there's been some kind of corny builds with the Quas, the Carlock, facet where people go like Radiance and Spirit Vessel and stuff, and they just run around Invis with Radiance and Vessel and Cold Snap you, and you just die, which I think is hilarious.
I don't think you got to go that far, but it would be funny.
Yeah, I've seen it. You just go like the old, like I think there is still a build where you can go like Orchid and stuff, but we'll see what ends up happening here.
Yeah, he is getting bullied, though. This early lane for Invoker is not easy, first Queen of Pain. So as much as we're hyping wacky builds, he is struggling a little bit. That's why that Sunstrike kill is so important.
He's doing well, though. Like, he's just like he is struggling health-wise, but he is doing a pretty good job and actually just gets a massive amount of damage out of there with that Cold Snap.
Baiting with the 7 wand charges. If Queen of Pain does dive in. Taking a quick look at the other lanes, the Abaddon is doing well. Like we figured part of the reason why they're picking it here. Should have a good game overall, but the lane is also pretty good with the Undying against the Beastmaster. You just gotta be careful not getting flame breaked out. Ooh, Snapfire killed in the bottom.
It's a lot of quill stacks. Does have 14 wand charges though. So anti-mage is gonna be just fine. With this, they could put, if the quill stacks fall off, they could look to go aggressive on the bristleback here.
There's enough mana for Sunstrike if he uses the wand, if they want to do that.
Top lane. Tombstone gets finished off, and they will get the kill onto the Batrider. Beastmaster, woo, woo, almost dies to that decay, but will survive. Oh, bottom lane, here we are. The Mana Thirst, slowing him down so heavily, and now Simon, it's like if he gets out of mana, this might be another kill, but nah, we'll just back away, burn off any hopes of him being able to fight in this lane.
Yeah, he's got his Helmet of the Iron Will now on the anti-mage, so I mean he's just good to go.
Yeah, he's committing for it.
I will say Bristleback did better in terms of last hits than I thought he would. But I think you do have to be careful until you get this Helmet of the Iron Will. Sticking around too long in the mid lane.
Yeah, that's a nice jump there from the Queen of Pain. And top lane.
Over the place.
Speaking of sticking around a little bit too long. This top lane, they're very low on HP. I mean, that's a super sick kill.
I think they saw the Undying too. They're looking around. The Hawk? Ooh, it wanted him.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
They should have Sunstrike.
Oh, they got him. Very good stuff. I mean, these kills, they matter for the Invoker. I mean, he's struggling a lot now in the mid lane in terms of the XP and gold, just so many denies. I guess not really in gold, just in XP. He's actually dead even here with this Queen of Pain, which, ooh, off the mark there with the Flame Break, but out of mana. They don't happen to have detection, I think. Oh, he does. Sentry comes down. Gonna try and finish the kill here. Sunstrike not gonna connect as he turns it around and gets burned down. A glimpse will send this Bristleback all the way back to base, which hurts immensely. He didn't glimpse him to the bottom lane, he glimpsed him to the fountain.
I mean, anti-mage has so much free space. Has his Helm of the Dominator too now, so you're just gonna shove out the lane and go jungle. His farming speed is going to just ramp up here. And I'm not sure you're going to catch him. This is the thing with Abaddon. You need to win your lane and get to a fast Radiance timing. And if you can't do that, you're very sad.
Oh, no. He takes your Wisdom Shrine.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I mean,
They can't do anything about this.
He's so free to do this. Even if he doesn't get it, like he can take this risk.
No, there's absolutely no way that they can prevent him from doing this. So they're going to double Wisdom Shrine here. I mean, the thing is one of the supports doesn't get the XP here, but they are doing so well in the lanes, I don't think they're too worried. And Bristleback, ooh, actually off the mark there with that kinetic field, but it shouldn't matter. Anti-Mage can very easily run him down, get the kill at the Mana Void, and Han gets a Sunstrike kill? Or is it just a regular kill mid lane? And, well, they're now going to look for the Queen of Pain. Dude, she has Blink in 2 seconds. Is she going to actually make it? Mini stun. Won't be enough. Undying actually came back to the mid lane as he respawned and, well, dies again. And Abaddon solo dies top. Doesn't have level 6, guys to the roar instead. Oh, no.
You thought things were hard. I mean, Helm of the Dominator is finished top now. And so is the Invokers. So you're about to face a lot more creep pressure. And you don't really have the best heroes at dealing with it. I think we're going to see things really ramp up here. It's already a 3k lead for the Radiant. Maybe Abaddon should go Helm of the Dominator.
I feel like if you go
I don't
Helm
know,
of
it
the
doesn't make
Dominator,
sense as much. But
yeah,
it's so sad to see so many Abaddons have a rough time and then have to make your way to the Radiance. I wonder
Yeah.
if there's a different build you can do, like middle ground. The thing is, Radiance isn't even that great versus Anti-Mage because you have Counterspell, so you're already resistant to a lot of the Radiance burn. Alright, Invoker, do it for us. Queue up this shard. Get a Radiance yourself.
well, top lane, Centaur Stomp forces out the ult, and with this, no more borrowed time.
Yeah, they still have
He's
Roar
got,
available too.
yeah, I was like,
Future
he
Face,
just
you're
got
dead.
Roar back up. He's coming for you.
I think they want to farm this Tombstone.
That was a
Not
hard
overcommitting,
commitment.
though.
Disruptor's ult is up as well. Oh, awkward.
Dire's bottom
They
tower
know Queen of Pain's missing, so they are playing it safe. I think that's a good call. Queen of Pain is the one that was doing the best, though with all the recent fights that have happened, now even her net worth isn't that great.
Yeah, I mean, Anti-Mage just solo took bottom tower, and Invoker has almost taken mid tower thanks to just the Eidolon spam and his Helm of the Dominator. So they are doing a really good job at pressuring here.
Come on, Han, do it for us. Get the shot.
I wonder if he's also going to go the drums now that he has Helm of the Dominator. It's like Helm of the Dominator, drums, and then, you know, what do you build after that? Top lane, Beyond does manage to get that kill with the Roar. Tries to TP out under 2 and does. No way to stop him. Queen of Pain does
Get a
find
Disruptor.
a return, but you're going to lose your mid tower now.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
They're just getting dragged all over the map, dude.
Yeah, I mean, what do you... They're literally under your tower and you can't stop them because you get the one cookie. So that was kind of the worry as we got towards the end of the draft to not pick another initiator. The Bristleback works if you're winning and you just can run at them, which I got sidetracked, so I forgot to say it. I do think that's not a bad idea for these open qualifier type teams because the more experience a team has, it usually benefits them the longer the game goes because they're going to make the right calls in difficult situations that you're just, you haven't had as much experience in. So if you play for like win lanes, win game, I think that's not a bad plan as the underdog team. But it does lead to situations like this where you didn't win lane and now you got no further plan.
Dang, that is brutal. What a rotation there. Great smoke into the mid lane to find the Queen of Pain. Just after stealing a triple stacked Ancient. They're going to go for the Anti-Mage here. He blink dodges the one stun that they have, and we'll see if they can miraculously find this kill. But no, it's a 3-hero rotation just to stop the Anti-Mage from farming the deepest corners of your own map.
Yeah, maybe if Low accidentally unbound Blink while farming.
Just double, like, or if he's like, I don't know. I was like, maybe if you double tapped Blink, but if you double tap Blink, you blink towards your fountain still. So I don't know.
It's true. All right, Invoker
Mini-map
didn't
click,
want to.
dude.
He didn't want to meme, so he got drums like he called out. It is really good with the Forge Spirits and your extra creep. And after stealing the enemy ancient stacks, he's farming his own teams. This is not something you usually see, like Invoker taking the triangle stacks.
Is under attack.
All right, Blink, or not Blink Lasso, just the Lasso.
Is under attack.
Wait, does he have Blink? Hold up. Does the Baron have Blink?
Courier.
Yeah, he's got Blink.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty good.
He rich.
Bottom tower is under attack.
I think at this rate, Anti-Mage is going to chip tier 3s before 20 minutes. It might even be before 15 minutes. Like, this is actually really good aggressive play from the Anti-Mage, and why many pub Anti-Mages don't tend to work out. It's because whenever you're given space, you need to push it as hard as you can. And in a game where they have no stuns, you should be constantly on their half of the map, and you only
Yeah.
leave when they bring like we saw, it was like 3+ heroes. And then you're like, okay, I guess I'll go farm camps in front of my tower. But the moment you leave, I'm going to immediately go straight back to your half of the map. So the tier 2 is down to half health at 13.5 minutes. They're set up to steal a second Wisdom Shrine.
Radiant are scanning.
It's an 8k gold lead. Where's that Radiance timing? Is that 2,700 gold towards it?
I mean, your anti-mage is about to have a 14-minute Battle Fury. And he went Treads Helm of the Dominator first. Like, that's really not ideal. Now, they could go for a lasso play here to trap someone up onto the high ground. Kind of surprised they didn't just do that, but they get the Wisdom Shrine and they'll just back away.
Is there really no room for Helm of the Dominator on Abaddon? I know Helm of the Iron Will is not really the type of stat you want on this hero, but with Curse of Avernus, wouldn't your creep kind of slat?
Yeah, maybe.
And it would really solve his early farming issues. I mean, we see heroes like Anti-Mage get Helm of the Dominator, and then he's still going back for the Battle Fury. So it's like you could do the same thing on Abaddon. I don't know. It's just, we see these carry Abaddons come out a lot, and this is a very common issue where you fall behind, and then you just don't have a game plan for, I want to say 15 minutes besides AFK farm.
Uh-oh. Roshan getting ganked.
Steal it, Rosh,
totally who they were trying to gank
I'm
there.
getting out of here. It's crazy.
Anti-Mage gets himself a solo kill onto the side as they run down one more. That's going to be 4 for 0. They GG out, yeah.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, I'm not shocked. Seeing how farmed Anti-Mage is there. When you look at that Anti-Mage and this guy, you're like, oh, it's 15 minutes. This guy has Treads, Helm of the Dominator, Battle Fury, and is 3 levels higher than everybody else.
I don't even blame them.
Pretty rough.
I really think you got who could make his way to the side lanes very easily and just start getting things out of control. You know, like TA is a fast farmer. Once you maybe make a rotation there, you just leave her to farm and you just start playing on mid and the enemy safe lane. And I guess you'll have Pugna, who's kind of good in these early fights, but the other heroes do need some items.
That was kind of strange. Invoker used the master tier voice line, but he's only got the like bronze border or the bronze tier. I wonder if he like canceled his Dota plus, and then like it lowers the rank or something. Yeah, instead of
your Dota
like
plus and they just reset you.
well, they just like you can't have like anything over bronze, but like he still had it, he still unlocked it previously, so maybe that's what's going on there. I don't know.
Oh, is that how that works? I have no idea.
I don't know, right? That's why I'm confused. I'm like, why? How is he just using the master tier voice line?
There's some early Naga value already. Scouting with the illusions.
The battle begins.
I like that
that
he
is
sniped the bounty
looking.
rune.
Yeah, he not the best start for the Dire on that one, I'll be honest, but TA going down, first blood, pretty massive there for the Radiant. That is about as good as you could ask. Much better start than last game already.
It really is. It does go to the Disruptor, and he had to take Glimpse level 1, so it'll be a little awkward. Dragon Knight is a pretty sturdy hero, but actually, yeah, there's some solid damage coming out at the start here from the Snapfire and the Centaur.
Yeah, this is a bully of a lane, for sure. The only way you like die in this is if you like overcommit without being able to like secure the kill, and then you just are getting glimpsed, right? But oh my goodness, Snapfire is cooking Disruptor there too.
Ooh, nice deny. Despite being killed, TA is still a very strong laner. And the hero's top did not get the first blood, so it actually doesn't affect the top lane that much. It's sort of like team morale, maybe. It's nice to have that boost after a rough game 1. That wasn't even level 2 on the Snapfire. I just got too close on the Disruptor.
I think the first blood definitely helped out in these lanes, but like you said, having to go glimpse level 1 kind of made trading or playing into the Snapfire a little bit difficult, and we're kind of seeing that happen.
I suddenly had flashbacks. I heard the Dragon's Breath twice, and I suddenly have flashbacks to like Aghanim's Labyrinth or like any of those game modes with all the traps that use the Dragon's Breath.
Oh my gosh. Love that. Great time. Bottom lane, another kill onto the Disruptor as they made a play for the Wisdom Shrine. And top lane, TA getting a little bit of revenge here, taking down the Pugna.
We're seeing some of the just straight up outlaning happening despite that first blood. Since unfortunately Disruptor really can't make great use of a first blood because he's not that strong of a laner. There's not really an item that suddenly makes you even more powerful. It's a little unfortunate he got it. A lot of damage in the Dragon Knight. I think he's okay, but you pick a Dragon Knight to be very stable, sturdy laner, and like we see the damage coming out here.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yeah, Centaur, Snapfire, incredibly strong lane. One of the strongest lanes that kind of came out in TI. We kept seeing this duo very often. Guess we haven't really talked too much about the mid lane matchup. It seems to be going fairly even, though. Leshrac with a slight advantage, but not much.
We also didn't talk. Invoker went Mind of Pronaris this time. So, for all we were talking about the too many exhorts, neither of the players wanted to do it this game. Maybe game 3, if they get there, we'll get all the facets.
Well, we're going to see them try to make a play here onto Han. And with the rotation of the Snapfire, that will push them back. We'll be able to bottle up here now. Three points Edict is... That's kill threat for pretty much any hero if he manages to get them isolated. So you do need to be careful on the Invoker to not get caught out like this.
Yeah. You do have the Tornado to make space, though. You can just throw it at the Leshrac and run away.
Templar Assassin level 5. Pretty solid start here in this top lane. A lot of this is just Naga Siren. You can't really push this hero away, and she's going to always be able to apply pressure to this Pugna and make space in the lane. Really nice pull there on the hard camp, though.
Doesn't mean Naga has had the space to do some double stacking with the illusions, so there's quite a lot of stacks already prepared for the TA.
Ooh, level 6 out of the mid lane, and with the Disruptor coming in, they can play around the Glimpse. They will do exactly that, but in comes the Snapfire. Han had plenty of charges available as well to play around. They get the kill. They're going to get the Power Rune bottom. It's just an Invis. Not the best, but maybe you hit a stun or something out of sight. No, Tornado.
Tornado reset. I gotta say, Little Shredder's hitting harder than I remember. She is bopping people with this.
Does she have multiple points? Yeah, 2 points.
She's got 2, yeah. Well, looks like they're actually giving the stacks to Leshrac. That's fair to give him an even stronger start.
My gosh, there's way more stacks over here than I thought there was.
Naga Micro. Wow, they got a stack in the middle of this too. That's crazy. I'm sure completely intentional.
Oh, yeah. Well, out of mana now after doing this, but huge win there for the Lesh. It's a lot of XP and a lot of gold. Snapfire is able to have been soaking mid during this process, so get her closer to her level 6. Meanwhile, there is a smoke bottom, so they are going to try and look for the Centaur here. Or not a smoke, but a rotation. Dragon Tail should be enough to set this up. Well, Tornado. Into the EMP. No way to get the Stampede off now for the Centaur. Beyond will get glimpsed right back in. Goes for the stomp, but more than enough damage. Good rotation in from the Invoker for this one.
Fortunately, he did buy his Helm of the Dominator recipe right before they got him, so doesn't actually lose too much gold. And maybe they surprise you. You know, he comes back with a creep you're not ready for. See if they can get anything in return, especially if you bring the Leshrac.
Does get the cookie away here at least.
Which I'm kind of amazed. Invoker's got very similar net worth to the Leshrac, despite all those stacks that got farmed. Okay, I take it back as he's now getting a double kill on supports.
Oh boy. Yeah, that's one way to get a revenge in the mid lane. Yeah, that double kill doing some work. Now up 500 gold.
It was quite close, right up to that point. Which is
But let's talk
usually
about
a pretty big win for a slow farmer like Invoker.
Yeah. Let's talk about the fact that this game compared to last game, totally different. It's night and day. Like, they're actually sustaining fairly well in all 3 of their lanes. Like, yes, they have a gold advantage for the Dire, but it's not too bad. It's manageable. They're looking for Beyond here once again. Glimpse will pull him back. They do have the cookie out into the Stomp Beyond. Looks like he's going to actually survive this.
Sunstrike missing because of the cookie. I think it's actually a pretty low level Sunstrike anyways, so maybe it doesn't even matter. It feels bad to commit that much and then not get a kill. It should open up at least the tier 1 tower though. Maybe you can get the Snapfire.
Are they going to get it? Yeah, okay. I was like, do they get it? But yes, they do. And the tower. Good rotations. These are big. Getting active with the Quaswex Invoker. I love to see it.
Yeah, you kind of have to play this way if you're going Quaswex. It does mean this TA is free farming top, so despite that first death, she's quite farmed.
Oh boy. That is a dead Leshrac.
Alright, this is such a better game for Thriving. It's actually even. These rotations working out very much in their favor. I will say though, I am still worried about the mid to late game. I still think this Naga Siren is a crazy hero, and it really helps coordinated teams. Like when you have the experience and you know how to play around the illusions, play around the song, it is very difficult to handle.
They're going to come bottom with the Invoker. Once again, this time he does have the Spirit Vessel completed, so even more damage that he can deal out on over to the Centaur. He does have a Troll Summoner. He's been kind of shoving the wave here with the Catapult.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Should have a pretty good idea of where he is, but because of this rotation bottom, TA just takes the top tower for free.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
I feel like at least one of these rotations should have gone top. I know that's easier said than done, but I mean, this TA is 6,000 net worth, and there's only so much that Centaur needs to be useful, right? In the early game, as long as he has Stampede, that's pretty helpful. And then we'll see what he saves his money for, because he does have about 1,400 saved up. Might be deciding to go for a blink.
Ooh. Tries to dodge the EMP there, doesn't quite work, so out of mana on the Naga Siren now. I honestly thought she was just gonna song. Well, Shield Rune picked up there for TA, very happy about that one.
Yeah, you might be able to commit harder if Disruptor had level 6, but still a little bit short. They need to give him some XP somewhere.
Structures are fortified.
They are smoked, and they fortify this. They are trying to wrap around to the enemy high ground here. Blink reveal out from the left, just goes right into the middle of 3. They do get the glimpse, but in comes the chase for more. The Stampede doing so much work. They just get right on top of this Pugna. Now, Life Train buying a lot of time and actually just killing this Templar Assassin. They're forced to pop the song.
In the end, it is still a 2-for-1.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And Centaur was not there.
Yeah, if you don't have the right heroes to deal with the Pugna, like, that's what's gonna happen. He's just gonna drain in front of you, and you can't actually
Dire's middle
kill him
tower is
off.
under
So
attack.
a little bit of target prioritization there.
Bottom tower is under
Maybe
attack.
they could have gotten a little bit more for that play. But they'll still be pretty happy. They're now building up a lead, despite what was a very close game. It's now 2, 3K bouncing between them.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Well, they will still manage to get the mid-tier 1 tower, thanks to the Pugna.
Dire's middle tower
Good
has
old
fallen.
Pugna. Desolator finished up for TA. Gonna be delivered soon. Should open up a lot of the different objectives. Clear them out with ease.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
All right, looking for the top tier 1
Dire's
tower as
top
well.
tower is under attack.
Dragon Knight has his dragon form. Pugna makes the rotation. They've even got the Invoker coming to the Twin Gate. Now, Centaur does TP in for this. And he has no mana now. He's in a lot of trouble. He needs to Stampede here. He gets it off at the last second, but he's already dead. But the question is, can you get away from this? Leshrac gets popped so low. The Vessel doing so much work. Templar Assassin trying to find kill after kill. And these Deso charges are going to start adding up. Tornado does come through from the Invoker, finding a lot of damage there. But will be forced away from another EMP. Oh, full bore from downtown. Do you continue chasing is the question. Can you continue chasing? Sentry comes out, get on tops of the Invoker, and they absolutely have the damage to find the kill there now. Question is, can you get out? You've extended pretty far. You do not want to go down on this Templar Assassin. Refraction is up now. They do manage to get a kill onto the Naga Siren, but that's a buyback out of the Disruptor, and you still get the Invoker.
Yeah, that actually worked out in the end, but I do think that was a little bit of a mistake from the Dire, where Centaur tanked everything, but the rest of the team was not close enough to act on it. So it really kind of was a 4v5, but they still landed some good spells thanks to the sacrifice of the Centaur. So it ends up, you know, pretty decent. especially with that buyback only getting a support.
He did get Stampede off.
Dire's top tower.
That was pretty helpful in the start of that fight, and then in terms of them getting to the right targets.
And because TA got some kills and didn't die, I mean, she is almost at her blink, so that won't be an issue next time, where Centaur is the target and she can't get into the fight. Like, that's what Stampede was for, was to get her into the fight. So now you have the blink. It'll be a different story.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Wow, throw everything on this guy.
That is so sad.
Dire
Just
are
couldn't
scanning.
move. Another great gank, though,
Dire
coming out
are
from
scanning.
the Radiant. We'll see if they can survive on the Disruptor here. Happens to walk right into the Shrek. Does get the glimpse, but my god, the damage is so fast.
Killed before Glimpse can activate. That feels bad.
Regeneration.
Radiant's middle tower.
I was gonna wonder if he was gonna push that, since Pango actually used both mobility spells there. But messing up the Meld Strike, he'll just back off.
Radiant's
I like the
middle
shard
tower
purchase
has fallen.
for TA, or she doesn't have it yet, but she's got it queued up. I do think the silence is very helpful versus Pugna in particular, so you can actually stop him from draining you, and you can actually kill him.
That shard has so many, like, fixes so many matchup problems for this hero. It's actually kind of nuts.
I mean, it's because there's some heroes that are just straight up like, I'm a damage dealer, I don't have crowd control, I don't have mobility. And then when the shards and facets came in, and if any of them gave that, then yeah, it's like you said, it just fixes the issues. Where you should have the silence, like at least some crowd control. Oh, is that Shrek?
Oh boy. That is going to be a really nice block off there. They do manage to just drop a defensive Static Storm, but Simon on the run. They're going to continue the chase. Big damage from the Meld Strike, and of course the trap there if they even needed it to silence. But top side, Han will find the Pangolier and will make quick work of this guy.
He's only got 12 Deso charges. It was a slower start for sure,
Radiant's
but
middle
yes,
tower
this
is
does
under
not
attack.
look good for Thriving, as it has started to explode towards Hongsha. They're going to move towards the Roche now. You got the Deso, so it should be pretty easy before Thriving can respawn and get up here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, the Skeleton Boys are here.
Popping off.
I mean, getting this into a 20-minute Tormentor would be enormous. And Leshrac is healing up in the base right now, so I think it's definitely in the cards for them if they want to do that.
Roshan has fallen to the dive.
Radiant Scan does come out, but a little bit too late. They do manage to get the Torment, or the Roshan. I mean,
TA
you
making
only
their
really
way
need
top to
TA.
grab that Tormentor as soon as it spawns.
Yeah, it's like you really only need TA and like Little Shredder, and you can kill it.
The Naga Shard, if she gets it, will actually be really good too, because if you get EMP'd and then you saw
Yeah.
it later, like you actually give enough mana back to your team to actually do something. Oh, they actually bought double mech. Rare mistake.
Sunstrike? Oh, it
That
was
would've
so
been sick.
close. He almost stole it.
Okay, double mech is one thing. If they both build Greaves, I'm gonna lose it. It's Naga Siren and Snapfire. They both have it queued up.
You know what? They just want 2 sets of Greaves.
That invalidates half of your net worth lead.
Yeah, I'm trying to think like what you could have in return, like maybe like halfway to a pipe or something.
Crest. Just solar crest the TA a bunch.
Yeah. Cookie in. Mortimer Kiss is coming through. The Pugna trying his best to survive, but doesn't have the HP for that. Now they do manage to get this Rolling Thunder connection. They're doing a lot of work here to try and bring down the TA, and they've done it, but they have now found your Invoker. Will get netted up, and it's only a matter of time. Just a few auto attacks. Han will be the one credited to kill. 5 heroes behind the enemy tier 2 as they actually just jump right up onto the high ground. TA will claim another.
Radiant's top tower
Did lose
is
the
under
creep
attack.
wave, so if they don't finish the tower here, they're gonna have to wait a little bit. But another great fight for them. I guess you lost the Aegis, so it was a pretty short-lived
Radiant's
Aegis,
top tower has fallen.
but you
Dire's
continue to
bottom
grow your
tower
gold
is
lead.
under
It's now
attack.
12k at 21 minutes. 22, I suppose. Big step up from game number 1, but still not a great spot to be in.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
If you make it to Disruptor Ags, maybe that's something.
Oh, that's a nice kill.
A tithe to the impurities.
I mean, if this Dragon Knight can get to like BKB Manta and stuff, like maybe that'll be enough to actually give them time. They just finished double Guardian Greaves at the exact same time.
Maybe it was a race. It's like whoever finished it first, the other's got to sell theirs. They're both desperately clicking it, farming everything you can. Guys, Valve added the team item section on the shop to help mitigate this.
I'm sorry, the what?
Did you say team?
There's a team items section?
I thought you were joking around, but now are you serious? I can't
Hey, I don't know what team items is. What is that?
Really? Dude,
Yeah, when
it's in the
did they
shop.
add
You
this?
just click the shop. Click the shop and you see it on the right side. It was relatively
Whoa!
recent. It was a couple
I've
months
literally
ago.
never seen that.
Don't worry, neither has Hongsha, so you too can be a pro player.
I've literally never seen that. That's pretty epic. Well, they have found the one kill that matters, which
Radiant's
is that Dragon Knight, the guy having the best game so far for his team. That hurts a lot. Ooh, they managed to capture the Invoker as well. BKB out from the Templar Assassin. She's just diving the base. Gonna go for the silence to finish the job. Gets the kill. Sunstrike does connect, but there's the Stampede as they dive even further into the base. The roll-up protects the Pango, but not long enough as Han just assassinating the Disruptor outside his fountain.
He's having a rough time. He kind of knows he needs the Aghanims to have a shot, but that means you have no defensive items whatsoever. As soon as you found, you're dead.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
This should be them breaking high ground. Oh, they do have a fortify, actually.
You have two Guardian Greaves for this, though.
Greaves. Do you think that's the moment where they go, oh.
Wait a minute.
Q1 up, Centaur. Get a third. Why not? Leshrac has found the Invoker bottom. Should be a pretty quick kill here.
Dire are scanning.
Yeah, Lesh with this much farm, like, presses Edict, blinks on top of you, and you die. Like, that is the rule. They're looking for the Dragon Knight in the mid lane. Cookie off the mark. They do manage to get the follow-up stun, though, from the Centaur, and the rest of the heroes here, looks like they will probably just struggle to bring him down. Centaur gets quite low, but here comes Han. Jumps in aggressively. Manta to dodge the stun. Song of the Siren, though. Will isolate the Pangolier. Nice static storm. Traps in two. Can the TA do all of the damage, though? It's going to be close. The heals come through. It's not enough as Han once again blinks up past his team and will help rip through 3. Gets a triple kill, and they will buy back now on this Pug.
Get him, Disruptor.
He
Aw,
tried.
damn.
He went for him.
I mean, this is like a 60% improvement to last game. They made it to 26 minutes.
I'd say
He's
more
got
than
the
60.
Yeah, I can't math the dude. I don't know. Late night Dota. There's no math at this hour. TA's got her nullifier now, so these supports are definitely just insta-killed as soon as she finds them. Gonna smoke up. I mean, Tia has no BKB. If you do find her, you actually could kill her. She's one of those heroes that mostly builds damage items, so even though she's super farmed, she's actually still very killable.
It's
Now
so
Naga
hard to
Siren
find her, though.
Is under attack.
Yeah, you have Naga Siren plus the traps providing vision all the time.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Yeah, someone's got to buy a gem.
And nothing hurts the soul more when you're like this far behind and you're a support like struggling to not get one shot. And like a core on your team's like, hey, you need to buy us a gem.
And then they lose the gem.
Yeah, right?
That's where the soul leaves the body.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
All right, TA's in front of you. Get her. Get her.
Oh, they see everything. They see everything. She gets the blink up aggressively, just quickly takes down the Disruptor as the Naga Siren, she dies for this, but the cost pretty heavy here as Han with this Edict will continue to run down, finish off the Pangolier. Both supports are dead. It is now Invoker versus 4. And I think there it is. The GG comes out, a dying breath of his as very convincing 2-0.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire victory.
Yeah, I think game 1, the contrast between game 1 and game 2 shows how important the draft is, where it's not like the skill level changed